Hey, Big Brother fans. Well, Quinn Martin is the Week 7 head of household, and at Friday's nomination ceremony, he put up the targets we expected: Angela, Kimo, and Rubina. So we're going to dive into reactions and some other live feed goodies to get you all caught up on what's happening in the BB26 house. Stuff that you're probably not going to see on those edited CBS episodes. So first, I've got some more information on the type of HoH comp that Quinn won. It was the egg comp. You know, the one where you are in that chicken wire cage and you've got to move the eggs that are on the other side of the wire from one spot to another without dropping them, without breaking them, using just your fingers. It has been played 8 times before on Big Brother seasons in the US, both for a head of household comp and as a veto comp. And like 5 seasons ago, I think it was BB21, it was for this weird field trip comp. America had voted 3 people to play in it. The winner would get safety. Last place was put on the block, and second place got a punishment. And Jackson Mickey had won that year. That was the only year it hasn't been either a veto or HoH comp. The last time it was used was in BB23. It was a head of household comp. That time, Kyland Young won it. So this time, apparently, Quinn was moving the eggs so fast, some of the other house guests thought that he had practiced in advance just in case this comp came up. And Joseph did ask him, and Quinn said, no, I didn't practice. But in case you forgot, Quinn is a rock climber. That grip strength from grabbing those little handholds probably gave him the perfect skill set for this comp. So some other really interesting, funny action from the live feeds today. First, the house guests cannot shut up about Tucker. His name is in everybody's mouths. Chelsie said she was going to have a problem with America if they vote Tucker for AFP. That is actually spurring a lot of people on, saying they are definitely going to vote for him, by the way. Angela was talking about how the house was going to be dull without him. They might have evicted the guy, but Tucker is clearly still living rent-free in Big Brother 26 in all of their minds. So speaking of Rubina's lover, you may know if you watch feeds that production was letting King Tucker nap all day whenever he wanted. But now that he's been evicted, Big Brother is harassing the house guests for day snoozing. I think personally, Allison Grodner is pissed that they evicted her ratings sweetheart, and she's punishing them by making them actually abide by the rules. Also, I saw a very accurate tweet that it was ironic that Tucker went out the same way Cedric did, and they said, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And I hope everybody left in BB26 learned the lesson that you don't volunteer to go on the block. Pawns go home, and you don't always know if you're really a pawn or not. I sure didn't see anybody offering Quinn to go up voluntarily today, so maybe they'll remember this lesson. Other live feeds insights today. Chelsie gave Quinn some good advice. Stop forming alliances until after the veto comp and the ceremony, because you may need to make a renom. So Chelsie can do the math on this 7-person alliance he wants being a problem in a 10-person house with 3 people already on the block. So at least Chelsie is educating the boy. Also, Quinn and Makensy were talking about Angela being the one house guest they do not want to hang out with after BB26 ends outside the house. Neither of them want to be around her. Also, Leah has been working very hard to make sure her unrequited throuple buddy Quinn doesn't doubt her loyalty, which is totally laughable. Tucker and Kimo have both filled Quinn's ears with all the tea, all these facts about all the times Leah approached them and threw him under the bus and smack-talked him behind his back. So, did Quinn wake up at last from Leah's thrall? No, he is still her simp. It may not be fixable. I mean, but good on Leah, I guess, for playing these fools while not even having to give up a kiss. We've seen some ladies in Big Brother seasons past. I am not going to call out their names, but you guys know the ones that were getting handsy, getting frisky with more than one guy in a season to advance their game. We've seen it. So, hey, good for Leah for not having to give up anything to get what she's getting. And for me, the best line of the day on the feeds was Cam telling Joseph that of his friend group back home, he's the extrovert. Yes, Cam is saying he is the extrovert of his friends. Joseph said to Cam that his other friends must be comatose. I had to laugh out loud at that. Even Joseph knows the guy is furniture. Also, T-Core has been pretty salty on the feeds all day about Quinn betraying the Visionaries Alliance when she done went and did the same thing to her allies last week. Funny enough, Kimo told T-Core that Quinn still wants the Visionaries as a thing, but T-Core's like, no, I'm over it, full. She's like a whole mood on the feeds today. Rubina wasn't part of this, and neither was Angela, and I legit don't think that Quinn wants Kimo out. So basically, Quinn is doing what T-Core did, using an ally as a pawn. But I guess it's only okay when T-Core does it. Make that make sense to me. All right, now that Rubina is on the block, I do wonder if Quinn has considered this. He may want Rubina out this week as his final piece of revenge on Tucker, but think about it. If Rubina leaves in week 7, which we know is pre-jury, which the house guests know is pre-jury because they know it has to be an odd number jury, she is going to leave California, get on a plane, run straight to New York City, and hop in bed with Tucker and Ziggy. But if they don't vote Rubina out this week and they keep her one more week until jury, that would hurt Tucker and Rubina more. That's just some food for thought for my own evil brain. Quinn delaying the reunion would be a lot more revenge than sending her packing right after him. Of course, the HoH doesn't vote, and that means it's going to go however the house guests want. Right now, Angela is driving everybody crazy with her nonstop blather. So, the house guests may keep Rubina and evict Angela if they're the final two come next Thursday's live eviction. The nomination ceremony happened pretty late on Friday. It was a little before 4 p.m. Big Brother / Pacific time when they went to Pets for Quinn to reveal who he put on the block, and they were down a little over an hour, I think. It wasn't really a surprise to anybody that went up. Kimo and Rubina definitely knew. Angela was fairly certain it was coming for her too. And as I mentioned, T-Core was kind of being pouty and petty most of the day leading up to this ceremony. And again, Kimo and Rubina all had to know when their meat shield Tucker left, they were destined for the block. And honestly, if I were Quinn, I would definitely be looking at T-Core as my top choice as a renom if she doesn't get her emotions under control and keep showing her cards. So we'll see how things go over the next few days, because Quinn apparently told the whole house at the ceremony that Angela is his target, and that had T-Core chilling out a little. She seems to be saying that since Quinn announced it to the whole house, it must be true. But as we all know, expect the unexpected. And by the way, we'll be back tomorrow with more live updates from inside the Big Brother house, and we will reveal the winner of the Power of Veto comp tomorrow and the plans for the Golden Power of Veto as Quinn's HoH carries on. Check back for more scoop soon.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.